I wish you could smell these. My very gingery cookies. They smell so good. I just took them out of the oven. Look at those gorgeous cookies. Dave tried these last night. They're super delicious.
Real good.
If you like ginger cookies, you're going to love this recipe. So that's why I wanted to share it with you. I'm in my kitchen baking all day. You guys seen that earlier. So things are just a little messy in here, but I bet it's just like your kitchen when you do your holiday baking. So I'm not going to worry about it today. We're just gonna go for it in the messy kitchen. So let's get started with very gingery cookies. What I have here in the bowl is 3/4 cup of softened butter. You could easily double this recipe if you want to make more. It's going to make about 3 dozen if you make them a little bit smaller. I make mine just a little bit bigger, but you can double the recipe. It's perfectly fine to do that. So what we have in here is 3/4 cup of butter. We got a lot of butter going on today. I bought more butter at the store. I had to run to the store because I ran out of powdered sugar. So it's just been one of those kind of days today. All right, so what we're going to add in here too is 1 cup of light brown sugar, and it was packed brown sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there too. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add my egg too, just 1 egg. Then we're going to start blending this. Dave's been out in the garage all day, hasn't been in here at all, but he's going to have some cookies, I know that, now that he's in here. So let's just go ahead and blend this up a little bit. Lots of holiday baking going on in here today. All right, we're just going to cream those together. All right, that is good enough there. I'm just going to scrape this down a little bit. Okay. My butter was nice and soft today. Took a whole bunch out and it's just been really soft and easy to work with, so that's good. All right, so now we are going to add our molasses. We have 1/4 cup of molasses. Okay. And then we are going to add 1/4 teaspoon of maple flavoring, just maple extract, maple. So go ahead and get that here. That maple just kind of kicks it up a little bit with the molasses, and we'll talk about our ginger in just a little bit here too. All right, let's go ahead and mix this in too. Whew, it smells good. All right. I always wear my grandma's ring when I do holiday baking. Always bring grandma along. So I always do this. So grandma's baking with us today. Okay, now we're going to do a little sifting over here. Now this is my fine mesh strainer. You guys know I always sift in this. It's just the way I like to do it. I'm just a little different. So much going on today. All right, we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So we'll put this here too. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We always post the recipe with the video, so don't forget that. If you watch a video in the Facebook feed, you're just watching the video, go to our page because the text recipe is always with our videos. So I just wanted to let you know, because some of you see us in the feed and you just watch the video and then you don't see the text recipe. Okay, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. There's that. And then I decided to do just a half a teaspoon of the ground cloves. Got this all deciphered out for you over here. Now we're going to do ginger. Now this is the ginger spice, just ground ginger. We're going to add that. Then we're going to add some crystallized ginger as well. So let's go ahead and do a teaspoon and a half of this ginger. Now this is a very gingery cookie, and with all the other spices, and it's really good. This is the only ginger spice I have in the cupboard right now, but it's okay. Works fine. Okay, and we're just going to do a little bit more. Okay, and another half a teaspoon. So 1.5 teaspoons of your ginger spice. And then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking soda. You guys have been doing a lot of baking. You've been sending me a lot of messages, and you guys are way ahead of me, but I missed a whole week in December when we were gone, and I'm just a little bit behind, but I'm gonna do some catch up today. I'm gonna get a lot of stuff done today. All right, I'm gonna slide this just a tad so we can sift this here. I'm just gonna sift our dry ingredients just one time. This is just some wax paper I have here. I'm just gonna do it like that. Okay, now we're just gonna add that a little bit at a time here. I'm also going to add just a little bit of fresh nutmeg in here. And you could totally do this over a bowl, but I just always am a little crazy like this. Works for me. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm just going to add a little bit of my fresh nutmeg. We've talked about this before. I'm just going to add a little bit with my micro zester. Just about 5 back and forth there. Okay, now I better put my guard on. I'll blow flour everywhere. Get flour all over the kitchen. All right, we're just gonna combine those together. I'll move a few things out of the way. Okay, now this is going to be a little thick, and that's what you want. It's perfectly fine because we're going to roll these in balls. Okay, now let's talk about our ginger now. Can you see that, Dave? Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like. All right, so this is my crystallized ginger right here. Now I cut this with my kitchen shears. It's just in little tiny pieces. Crystallized ginger. So let's just talk about that for a minute. So I get mine, I told you guys in the promo, I always get mine from nuts.com. I'm not influencing for nuts.com. I just really like their crystallized ginger. So that's where I get mine from. So when you open up the bag, this is what it looks like. And this is a nice generous bag. This is crystallized ginger. And it's kind of like the orange slices or any other dried fruit, but this is ginger. And wow, if you could smell this, Dave, you can smell it, I'm sure. It is awesome stuff. And that's why I like to put it in the ginger cookies, because I just think they need a little more ginger flavor. So I like to add the crystallized ginger. So we're adding a half a cup of the crystallized ginger. I'm gonna go ahead and just put that in. All right, now we'll just blend that in. Then we'll be good to go. We're gonna make some balls and bake them up. Okay, that's all there is to it. It's an easy recipe and it's so delicious. Oh, does that smell good? All right, I'm gonna get this off of here. We'll slide this out of the way. We'll bring our cookie sheet over here. Okay, I wanted to tell you guys about this. This is a new cookie sheet I'm using now. This is made by Dough Makers. And this is the new technology for air bake pans. As you can see, they call it the Pebble. This is the Pebble sheet. And it works like an air bake pan, but look how thin it is. It is super thin. And I love it. This is the first time I've used the Dough Makers, and I really like it a lot. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of sugar in my bowl here. Now I'm just gonna get some white sugar here, is what I'm doing. And then we're gonna make our balls. You just wanna do about 1-inch balls. Just roll it in a ball. And then just roll it in your sugar. And then you wanna place them about 2 inches apart on your cookie sheet. And you just continue on. You know how holiday baking is. You just keep making cookies. So you just want to do it like that. Put them on your cookie sheet. You're going to put them in a 350 oven for right about 12 to 13 minutes. When they start to crack and they look a little set on the top, then they're done. You don't want to over bake them or they'll end up hard. And this cookie here is I'm just going to show you here. So the outside edge is crispy, but the inside stays really chewy. So it's chewy in the middle and crisp on the outside, which I say is the perfect cookie. You get the best of both worlds. It's a delicious cookie, and we'll put everything up for you. And here's a new cookie for you to make for your holiday baking.